I wanted to talk today about a couple of misconceptions about motivation because I know that this is an issue for a lot of you, and when we did the poll recently, that was something that was one of the top reasons that you guys haven't reached your goals yet. So if you are catching the replay and haven't met me yet, if you're new to the group, my name is Esther Avant. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach, and I work with women to help them lose weight, transform their bodies and their lifestyles by making small and sustainable changes to their day-to-day lives. So obviously it's hard to get started when you are feeling unmotivated, or it's hard to be consistent when you feel like, for a few days you're into it and then something gets in the way and then you're out of it. So I wanted to address today two misconceptions about motivation. The first one is that some people just have motivation all the time. And I bet if you think about your life, the people that you know, you can kind of picture someone that you feel like is just always motivated to go to the gym or always motivated to eat healthy. And you just wonder, what does this person have that I don't? And the answer is not motivation. There's kind of this misconception that people who are fit or healthy are just always motivated, and that's the differentiating factor, is that those people just always want to go work out, or they always want to eat salads or healthy foods, and of course it's just much easier for them because it comes more naturally. So what I want to address today is that that's just not the case. And I'm going to use myself as an example because I have been told previously that clients have had that impression of me, that I'm someone who exercises regularly, I eat a pretty healthy, whole foods based diet, and oftentimes clients will say to me, I just wish I had your motivation. So I am not always motivated, and all of the fit people that you guys are thinking of, all the people that you kind of look at as like your beacon of, oh, my sister-in-law is always healthy, and that kind of person that you picture when you think of a healthy person, no one is always motivated. And the difference is that people who are seemingly always motivated have built the habits that they need for their behaviors to sustain periods of low motivation. And by that I mean their actions, their routines are so ingrained that even when they don't want to, it's like they're on autopilot. So again, to use myself as an example, there have been weeks, there have been months that I just don't really feel like working out. I don't have the drive, I'm not excited about it, I would just really rather not. And very, very mostly, I continue to work out during those periods because it's just what I do. I've been doing it habitually for so long that even when I don't really feel like it, I still do it. And it's almost like autopilot, like it just happens without even like my consent, because I'm just kind of going through the motions, but my motions include exercising. The same thing goes for healthy eating. When you are in the habit of eating certain things that make you feel good, are aligned with your goals, are providing your body with macronutrients, vitamins, micronutrients, minerals, when you're in that habit, it just becomes part of what you do. It's no longer an effort to have those foods around. It's no longer an effort to eat those foods. It's just a habit, and it's just what you do. And that's not to say that you're constantly like this picture of perfection, because no one is. Even the people that you think, well, that person is, they're not. But what they have is those deeply ingrained habits that help get them through the times that they don't feel like it. So that's the first misconception, is that you are not lacking motivation that other people have. Other people have developed more deeply ingrained habits that get them through those periods of low motivation. And there are times that you just truly feel like you're going through the motions, and that's okay, that's normal. The difference maker is that you are still going through the motions. You're still cementing that habit. You're still making some sort of an effort so that when you are feeling more motivated and more enthusiastic about doing it, you haven't fallen out of the habit. So that consistency is really what everything boils down to, is that the people who have the more deeply ingrained habits are able to be more consistent even when they don't feel like it. So that is misconception number one, that some people are just motivated all the time, and that's why they are fitter or healthier or whatever you want to call it. So again, the focus here should be on building those habits so that when your motivation starts to wane, you've got those to help see you through. So something that I preach all the time is about building those healthy habits, and that's exactly why, because you can't expect your motivation to just be a constant in your life. What you need is those habits to fall back on. So that's misconception number one. And misconception number two is that you need to be motivated to start. And I know that this can seem, I guess, kind of counterintuitive, is that you feel like, well, of course I need to be motivated to start. Like, how else am I going to start? And really what it boils down to is action breeds motivation. And that's important, so I'm going to say it again. Action breeds motivation. So that means that you don't need to be waiting for some magical motivation to come and like bonk you in the head. You just need to do something right now, because when you take action, that motivates you, and it becomes this self-propelling cycle, like a good cycle, not one of those bad ones. It becomes this cycle that now you've taken some action, so you're feeling good about it, you're feeling empowered, you're feeling confident, you're feeling in control, and then you take a little bit more action, and you're like, man, like I'm killing it, this is going great, and then you're even more motivated. So oftentimes, it's like we've put the cart before the horse, and we're like waiting for something to happen before we get started. And that's exactly the issue, is the motivation comes, like I said, it comes in ebbs and flows. And sometimes, you know, you watch an inspirational video, or you read something, or you hear about somebody else's successes, and you get struck with some motivation. And of course, you want to capitalize on that, but you don't need to wait for that motivation to strike you in order to take action. And that's what I really want to stress, is that taking action itself will motivate you. So I want you to think about what you could do literally today, literally right now, that would be a small action that would help motivate towards whatever your bigger goals are. So I always use as an example, could you stand up and do 10 bodyweight squats? Could you do 5 push-ups? Could you go for a walk around the block or the office building? Could you include a vegetable with your dinner? Where is a simple way that you could do a small action to help breed that motivation? And then all it is about adding upon those actions. So once you've done your 10 squats, you're like, okay, yeah, you know, my heart's pumping a little bit, like I'm feeling good, I did something. How can you use that momentum moving forward? Does it mean, you know, you're gonna swing by the grocery store and put together a lunch for tomorrow? Are you gonna, you know, put your gym shoes in the car so that tomorrow you could go for a walk? What actions can you build upon just that first action? So again, misconception number 2 is that you need to wait for motivation to come before you get started. And in actuality, your taking action will breed that motivation. So to recap those two things, the first misconception is that some people are just motivated all the time, and that's why they're more successful. And that's not true. The people who appear to be motivated all the time have really, really strong habits that they've built over weeks, months, years of effort that help get them through their own periods of low motivation. And misconception number 2 is that you need to be motivated to start, when in actuality, you need to take action sometimes in order to get motivated. So I hope these 2 tips help you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the video below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.